The 16-driver NASCAR Cup Series playoff field has finally been set. We're going playoff racing this weekend at Darlington. In this video, we are going to talk about those 16 drivers' 2025 seasons, break them down by points, race wins, all that fun stuff, talk about their past playoff appearances, and what we can expect out of these guys in the 2025 playoffs. We will also be looking at the 3 tracks in the round of 16, all the stats from the playoff drivers, comparing them, and seeing who we think is going to advance and move on into the round of 12. Let's go to the line. We're going to start with the top seed, Kyle Larson in the 5 car. 3 wins for Kyle this season, 11 top 5s, 16 top 10s. Those are great stats, and that's not even ignoring the little slump he went in after his Coca-Cola 600 crash. 1 pole position on the year, his average start and average finish both around 13th position. 30.8 points per race, 885 laps led, that is second in the series. He is resetting to 26 above the cut line. He's obviously a champion in this series going back to 2021. I know he wants to win one in this next-gen car. I expect that 5 car to be a championship contender. Tied with him at plus 26, but he has one last win, William Byron, who won the regular season championship. 9 top 5s, 13 top 10s, so a little bit worse stats than Kyle Larson. However, he has a better average start. Average finish the exact same at 13.9, but has a higher average points per race at 33.2. Byron leading the league in laps led this season, 915 laps led for the 24 car. He's been out front a lot. He's definitely going to be one to watch out for as he competes for his first NASCAR Cup Series championship. Denny Hamlin, 4 wins, so 1 more than Kyle Larson, an exact same average finish, 13.9, the same as both William Byron and Kyle Larson. 11 top 5s, 13 top 10s, just 1 pole on the season. Just below an average of 30 points per race at 29.9. He's led over 500 laps, plus 23. Is this the year the 11 car gets the championship? Honestly, at this point in his career, he's not going to have many more good chances. Looks like a championship favorite this year. I expect the 11 to go all in. 4th seed, plus 20 on the cut line, Ryan Blaney in the 12 car. Of course, he is a champion in the next-gen car. 2 wins, 10 top 5s on the season, 14 top 10s. 2 poles, a 14.7 average start, a 15.3 average finish. Over 30 points per race, 31.1 is his average points per race. Just under 500 laps led. This 12 car has 7 DNFs on the season, and he's still second in points. When this car has completed the race, it's been up front in the top 5, been very competitive. I expect Ryan Blaney to be a competitor for his second Cup Series championship. Is this the year that we ring the bell? 5th in points, 17 up on the cut line. 3 wins, they all came in a row, races 2nd through 4 on the season this year. 9 top 5s, 14 top 10s. 1 pole, his average finish is about 1.5 positions better than his average start. Also in the 30 points per race club with an average of 30.1. Only 225 laps led though, that is pretty low for having 3 wins on the season. Bell has had a couple Final 4 appearances in the next-gen car. I expect him to be there again this year competing to win a championship. The rookie sensation, Shane Van Gisbergen, 4 wins on the season. Those are his only 4 top 5s. He has 1 more top 10, which also came at a road course circuit of the Americas. 3 pole positions, all on road courses. 22.7 average start, 21.1 average finish. His average points per race below 20, 18.6. He has led about the same amount of laps as Christopher Bell, though, 252. He resets 6th in points at plus 16. Obviously, for a learning year, it's been big for SVG to already have 4 wins make the playoffs. Going to be interesting to see what he can do to start the round of 16. The driver with the best average finish through 26 races so far this season, Chase Elliott with his 12.0 average finish. 1 win, 7 top 5s, 13 top 10s. Also in the 30 points per race club, 30.7 his average. He's led just under 400 laps, resetting to the 7th seed plus 7 in the number 9 car here. Chase Elliott, he's a champion, winning in that 2020 season, that weird season with the weird schedule, weekday races. I know he wants to win one here in the next-gen car. He's been one of the best drivers in the next-gen car towards the top of the average finish, competitive with the top 5s and top 10s. The 9 car, if he's in the round of 8, will be a threat to make the Final 4. How about Chase Briscoe with 10 top 10s, 1 win on the season, adjusting very well to Joe Gibbs Racing in those Toyotas, a lot of runner-up finishes in there as well. 10.3 his average start, a little bit behind that with a 13.7 average finish. 6 poles on the season though, this 19 car has been lights out in qualifying. 27.6 average points per race. He has led over 300 laps. He resets to 8th in points, plus 4. I'm sure Gibbs is really happy with his performance, would make them even happier if he has a big playoff run here. Bubba Wallace in the 23, we have an uncharted car in the playoffs here at 23-11 right now. 1 win, 4 top 5s, but 10 top 10s. His average start at 16.6, worse on the average finish, 18.9, so creeping towards a 20 average finish. Under 25 average points per race, but he has led 260 laps, only 2 points good to the cut line here though. Going to be interesting to see if Bubba Wallace can make a deep playoff run this year. Austin Cindric winning his way into the playoffs here. He was top 16 in points though, 2 top 5s, 5 top 10s. 13.1 average starts, have been qualifying well, has not been able to finish near there. 19.7 his average finish. Been earning an average of 21 points per race. Has led over 300 laps though, so spending time up front this year. 10th in points, plus 2 on the cut line. It's big for this 2 car to be in the playoffs for back-to-back seasons. Xfinity Series champion, you never know what can happen here in the 2 car. Ross Chastain winning his way into this with his Coca-Cola 600 victory. A little low with only 3 top 5s, but double digits for the top 10s with 10 of those. 21.9 the average start, so been struggling in qualifying for this 1 car. Average finish though over 5 positions better at 16.2. Just under an average of 25 points per race. 69 laps led. Nice. He resets to 11th in points, 1 point to the good on the cut line. I'm sure everyone is hoping that he can relive the magic of his 2022 run. We'll all be cheering for it, especially at Martinsville. Defending champion Joey Logano, 1 win on the season. Less than 10 top 10s though, only at 7. 3 of those in the top 5. 1 pole, a 13.0 average start. Has been losing 4 positions in the race down to a 17.0 average finish. Also right on the line of 25 points per race. 385 laps led. He is 12th in points on the cut line, just 1 to the good. It's not an even year, so we're not getting even year Logano. Going to be interesting to see if this 22 can pick up the pace in the playoffs and make a good run here. The first driver under the cut line, Josh Berry, 13th in points, 1 point behind Joey Logano. 1 win on the season, of course, coming at Las Vegas. Only 2 top 5s, only 5 top 10s. This 21 had a burst of speed at the start of the year, and then kind of fell off here towards the summer for sure. 16.4 his average start. Average finish below 20th at 20.8. Has also scored less than 20 points per race, 19.4 his average this season. Has 169 laps led. If you're Josh Berry, you just want to get out of the first round here. Big for him to make the playoffs. Cool to see the Wood brothers in the playoffs for 2 years in a row. Berry, the goal is just to make the round of 12 this year, I think. The second uncharted car in the playoffs, Tyler Reddick in the 45 car. 5 top 5s, 9 top 10s. 1 pole, a 12.9 average start. Average finish right around 15th at 15.4. Close to 30 points per race with an average of 28.1. He's only led 150 laps this year though. Has not been a slower year for Tyler Reddick standards. Again, another guy who is -1 below the cut line here. Going to be interesting to see if Tyler Reddick can find some speed in this 45 car and push his way into a deep playoff run this year. Richmond winner Austin Dillon, that was his only top 5 on the season, but it doesn't matter, he won his way in. Only 5 top 10s this year. Exactly 20.0 on the average finish, a little bit worse than his average start at 19.3. His average points per race below 20 at 18.2. Has led over 100 laps, most of those coming at Richmond. He is -2, 15th in points. He didn't make the playoffs after his win at Richmond last year. He's in this year. Let's see what the 3 car can do, maybe get out a round or 2 and have a deep playoff run. And last but not least here, we got Alex Bowman, 16th in points, -5 to the cut line. No wins, 6 top 5s, but even more impressive, 14 top 10s. This is towards the top of the series in top 10s this year. This 48 car has just always been finishing in that 7 to 10 range. 2 poles, a 15.4 average start, and a 16.4 average finish. Average points per race over 25 at 26.4. 160 laps led. He's in the 4th Hendrick car. With that comes all the outside chatter. Best thing he can do is have a deep playoff run this year and silence all of the outside voices. I wanted to take a look at the drivers and their past playoff appearances and also look at how far they've gotten, what's their best playoff run. Denny Hamlin has made the playoffs in all 11 seasons since it's been expanded to the 16 driver elimination format. He also has 7 original chase runs, so that would be 18 playoff appearances in total. He has made the Final Four 4 times, 2014, 2019, 2020, and 2021. Like I said before, that 11 car, it's really championship or bust at this point in his career. Joey Logano, 10 playoff appearances. He also has 1 original chase run in 2013. He is a 3-time champion in this format, 2018, 2022, and 2024. Chase Elliott has made the playoffs 8 times. He is a champion the 2020 season. Kyle Larson has made the playoffs 8 times. He is a champion the 2021 season. Ryan Blaney has made the playoffs 8 times. He is a champion the 2023 season. All 3 of these guys would love to become 2-time champions. They've all been running up front this year, good in the points. All 3 have a legit chance at adding a second title to their resume. William Byron with 6 playoff appearances. He has 2 Final Four runs coming in the last 2 seasons, 2023 and 2024. He's looking to go 3 years in a row in the Final Four, this time getting the job done. Alex Bowman has made the playoffs 6 times as well. His best run to the round of 8 in 2020. Bowman looking to at least make it to that point this year, if not improve and get himself into the Final Four to compete for a championship. Kind of surprising that Austin Dillon is towards the top half of the experience list here. He has made the playoffs 5 times, pointed his way in 2016, and then his 1 win a year has kind of gotten him there. His best run, though, to the round of 12, he's done that twice, 2016 and 2020. I think that's a pretty legitimate goal for that 3 card, just getting out of the first round again this year into the round of 12. All right, to the back half of this graphic and the more inexperienced drivers here. Christopher Bell has 4 playoff appearances. He's made the Final Four twice, 2023 and 2022. He got close as well last year. Christopher Bell going to be a threat for the title this season. Tyler Reddick, 4 playoff appearances. He's also made the Final Four. He did that last year in 2024. One of the Uncharted guys, that would be awesome to see him make it to the Final Four. Ross Chastain, just 2 playoff appearances, but as we talked about, he had that fairy tale run to the Final Four in 2022. Chase Briscoe has only made the playoffs twice before this season, but he made it to the round of 8 in his first run in the playoffs in 2022. That was a pretty sneaky run in that 14 car. He's in Joe Gibbs Racing stuff now. Who knows what that 19 car can do. Austin Cindric has made the playoffs twice. In both years, he's gotten to the round of 12. Bubba Wallace, just 1 playoff run. It was in 2023. He made it to the round of 12 that season. Josh Berry and Shane Van Gisbergen making their first playoff appearances this season. Josh Berry finished 27th in the point standings last year in his rookie season. Shane Van Gisbergen, of course, a rookie. He does not have a previous finish in the standings in the Cup Series. Made the playoffs in the Xfinity Series last year, of course, was eliminated in the first round. Josh Berry made a Final Four appearance in the NASCAR Xfinity Series in 2022. Something else I wanted to look at was the turnover between drivers from the playoffs in 2024 and 2025, and there were 5 different spots that changed up this year. The drivers that were in 2024 out 2025, Brad Keselowski in the 6 car. It's been talked about, moved some guys around at RFK Racing to get that 60 car strong. Both Buescher and Ryan Preece were inside the top 16 in points. Neither of them made the playoffs. Keselowski really turned it on in the second half of this year. Too little too late, he missed the playoffs. The next 2 are both guys who are not running in the Cup Series this year. First is Martin Truex Jr. He's enjoying retirement. The other is Harrison Burton. He has dropped down to the NASCAR Xfinity Series, looking at a playoff run, though, in the AM Racing 25 car. Ty Gibbs had a strong sophomore season last year in 2024 and made the playoffs. He is out this year. Daniel Suarez in the 99 car made the playoffs last year after his win at Atlanta. He did not make it in 2025. And now the drivers who are out 2024 in 2025. First off, Ross Chastain. Missed the playoffs last year, but he did go on to win a race in the playoffs. Austin Dillon was not in the playoffs last year, although he did also win at Richmond, did not count towards his playoff eligibility. As we just talked about, Josh Berry in his rookie season last year finished 27th in points, did not make the playoffs. Bubba Wallace in the 23 car saw his teammate go on to the Final Four while he missed the playoffs. Big for that 23 car to make it this year. And then, of course, Shane Van Gisbergen was not in the playoffs last year because he was not running in this series last year in the 88 car. Alright, so here's what the point standings are looking like after the reset. 1st through 6th from Larson to Shane Van Gisbergen. Pretty decent cushion, plus 16 on the cut line. But from Elliott to Alex Bowman, only 11 points separating those guys. 10 drivers, 11 points. Literally one stage can completely change the picture of the playoffs here. Going to be really interesting to see this battle with how close it is. You don't have a lot of guys who can kind of bank off their playoff points that they've earned throughout the season. I think the cut line is going to be very close. Like, I'm talking less than 5 points is probably going to be the decider on who moves on to the round of 12 and who's eliminated in the round of 16. But let's break down the points a little bit more and take a look at the points before the reset, because that's where some playoff points were given away inside the top 10. William Byron winning the regular season championship, getting those 15 bonus playoff points. How about Ryan Blaney, though? On top of winning Daytona and getting those 5 playoff points, he also moved up 3 spots in the regular season standings, which also earned him 4 playoff points. He was set to earn 6 for finishing 5th. Got up to 2nd. He now has 10 playoff points. His Daytona win was worth 9 playoff points to that 12 team. Huge reason why he's so far up on the table this year. Elliott and Hamlin were the big losers in that ordeal. Elliott was going to earn 10 bonus playoff points, only earned 7. Hamlin was set to earn 8, he only earned 5. I also wanted to mention down at the bottom there, Chris Buescher, inside the top 10 in points, would have earned a playoff point for that, but he did not make the playoffs. A couple guys below him in points winning and kicking him out of this. These are the 3 drivers that were below 16th in points but won their way into the playoffs. Josh Berry, of course, at Las Vegas. He had 500 points on the regular season. Shane Van Gisbergen, 4 wins, but was only 25th in the regular season standings, 485 points for him. But he was ahead of Austin Dillon. Dillon, of course, winning at Richmond, 473 points on the regular season. Almost 400 behind points leader William Byron. And then I also wanted to look at the drivers who weren't top 10 in points, but also weren't below 16th winning their way in. These are the guys that can go on a sneaky playoff run for you. Not quite good enough to be inside the top 10 and talked about all the time, but they also didn't win their way in. Would have made the playoffs on points had it only been the top 16. Definitely guys to watch out for. Bubba Wallace, Joey Logano, Ross Chastain, all within 10 points of each other. About 100 points back is Austin Cindric in the 2 car, but he was still top 16 in points, 15th his regular season standing. Alright, let's break those points down a little bit more and take a look at the stage points earned for all 16 playoff drivers. William Byron, Ryan Blaney, the 2 drivers breaking the 200 mark. Kyle Larson in 3rd, pretty close between Denny Hamlin, Tyler Reddick, and Bubba Wallace, 2 of the cars that he owns, those guys separated by less than 20 points. Hendrick teammates Alex Bowman and Chase Elliott inside the top 10. Bell just behind those guys at 132. Cindric top 10 on this list, 125 stage points earned for him. Chase Briscoe and Joey Logano, the only other drivers above 100 stage points earned this year. 109 for Briscoe, 2 ahead of Logano at 107. Then you've got a pretty big fall off to Josh Berry. He had 77 stage points earned. More than Ross Chastain, though that kind of surprised me. Chastain, only 71 on the season. Even more of a drop back to Shane Van Gisbergen, only 53 on the year. Austin Dillon in 16th, he's only earned 22 stage points all year, which is pretty crazy because there's been races where William Byron has earned 20 stage points in a single race. 14 of these 16 playoff drivers have won a stage so far this season. Kyle Larson leading this list with 9. Just behind him, William Byron, 7 stage wins on the season. Ryan Blaney, top 3, 6 stage wins in 2025. In 4th place, 4 stage wins for Denny Hamlin in the 11 car. Austin Cindric and Bubba Wallace tied with 3 stage wins apiece. There is a 6-way tie for 7th for drivers with 2 stage wins this year. Josh Berry, Chase Elliott only getting 1 stage win on the season. Alex Bowman, Austin Dillon have not won a stage in 2025. They're definitely going to need to change that if they want to go on a deep playoff run here. Alright, finally, let's get into the round of 16 preview. We're going to look at these 16 drivers and their stats on the 3 tracks in the round of 16. There are 3 stats we're going to be looking at on each track. The first is going to be the best finish, the second, the average finish, and the third, the average points earned. That gives us an idea of who's been running good even if they haven't been finishing good. There are 5 past Darlington winners in our playoff field here this weekend. William Byron, Kyle Larson, Denny Hamlin, Chase Briscoe, and Joey Logano. So 5 guys who have a pretty good chance at booking their ticket into the round of 12 early on. Tyler Reddick has been a runner-up here. Christopher Bell, Chase Elliott, and Josh Berry all with 3rd place finishes. Josh Berry in the 4-car for Stewart-Haas Racing. Bubba Wallace, Ross Chastain, and Ryan Blaney all getting top 5s at Darlington here, finishing 5th in the next-gen car. Alex Bowman with a best finish of 8th. Austin Dillon getting home inside the top 10 and 9th. Just outside the top 10, Austin Cindric, his best finish is 11th. Shane Van Gisbergen, his best run at Darlington is a 20th. To average finish now, we have 2 drivers inside the top 10 for average finish. William Byron with a 9.1, Christopher Bell with a 9.6, so these guys finishing towards the top 10 almost every time we come here. A few guys flirting with a sub 10 though, Denny Hamlin with a 10.3, Tyler Reddick 10.7, Joey Logano a winner here 11.0, Chase Elliott 11.9, so those guys, another good run here, they could get their average finish inside the top 10. The only other guy inside the top 15, Bubba Wallace with a 13.1 average finish here. Ross Chastain just behind the 15th mark with a 15.3. Briscoe at 16.1. Blaney 18.0. Just ahead of his Penske teammate Austin Cindric with an 18.3. How about Kyle Larson with a 20.6 average finish at Darlington? He has the win, has struggled to finish races here though. Just behind him, Austin Dillon with a 21.0 average finish. Another Hendrick car that has struggled to finish races here, Alex Bowman, 22.3 his average finish. Shane Van Gisbergen, a 23.0 average finish in 2 starts. Josh Berry with a 25.0 average finish. Through 7 races here, William Byron has an average of 39.5 points per race, so that's almost the equivalent of winning. You get 40 points for a win. That 24 car has been scoring a ton of stage points here, always up front. Denny Hamlin not too far behind him, 36.4. 3 other guys above 30 points per race, Tyler Reddick 34.7, Christopher Bell 34.5, and Joey Logano 32.4, so those guys all been running good, winning stages, finishing up front in stages as well. Pretty close between this next group as well. Bubba Wallace 28.6, Ross Chastain 27.7, Chase Elliott 26.1, Kyle Larson 25.9 points per race, Ryan Blaney just below 25 at 24.4, Chase Briscoe also above 20 with 22.4 average points per race. Cindric just below the 20 mark at 19.1, Dillon 16.4, Bowman 15.5, so towards the bottom half of this list as well. Josh Berry an average of 15 points per race, one more than Shane Van Gisbergen at 14. The one that stands out to me on this list is Kyle Larson. Despite being so low on the average finish, his average points very high, been earning a lot of stage points, so even if he doesn't get a good finish, he's going to be running up front, contending for stage points. Alright, moving to Gateway now, where we've only run 3 races here, 2022, 2023, and 2024. 2 winners in the playoff field, they are both Penske cars, Joey Logano and Austin Cindric. Denny Hamlin with a runner-up finish here. Kyle Larson, Ryan Blaney, and Tyler Reddick all getting inside the top 5 with 4th place runs at Gateway. A few other drivers inside of the top 10, Christopher Bell in 7th, William Byron and Ross Chastain, both with a best finish of 8th. Chase Elliott with a best run of 13th, he's the only other driver inside the top 15. Chase Briscoe, Alex Bowman, 17th and 19th for those 2 guys, the only other guys inside the top 20. Austin Dillon and Bubba Wallace both with a best finish of 21st here. Josh Berry in his 1 start finished 36th. Shane Van Gisbergen has never been here before in a Cup car. Joey Logano with a crazy 3.0 average finish across 3 races here. That 22 car has got to be one of the cars to beat when we get to Gateway. His teammate Austin Cindric, 8.3 in 2nd place here. This has been one of Cindric's best tracks. I know Blaney had the issue where he ran out of fuel. Cindric had earned a ton of stage points and was running in the top 3 almost all day anyways when he won that race. That was a pretty legit win for that 2 car. Kyle Larson, Christopher Bell, the other 2 drivers inside the top 10, 8.7 for Larson, 9.0 for Christopher Bell. Ryan Blaney with an 11.3 average finish, that's even with running out of gas on the last lap. Blaney has also been very good here. Gateway has been a great spot for the Team Penske cars. Denny Hamlin 12.7, William Byron and Ross Chastain tied with a 14.0 average finish, the only other guys inside of the top 15. Elliott has a 17-point average finish here across 2 starts. Of course, he was suspended when they came here in 2023. Austin Dillon, 17.3, ahead of Tyler Reddick, 18.3. He struggled here at Gateway. Alex Bowman, 22.3. 2 tracks here that do not suit this 48 car. Going to be interesting to watch that develop as the playoffs go. Chase Briscoe with a 25.0 average finish here, a little bit ahead of Bubba Wallace at 25.7. As I mentioned, Josh Berry a 36th place run in his 1 start here. Shane Van Gisbergen again has never ran a Cup car here. Alright, into the average points here, we have a Penske sweep in the top 3 here. Joey Logano first with 42.3. Ryan Blaney with a 40.6. Again, he was towards the middle of the pack with best finish and average finish, but when he's running here, he's getting a lot of stage points in that 12 car. Austin Cindric just below the 40 mark at 39.3. Christopher Bell has always run good here, 36.7. Denny Hamlin, 34.3. Kyle Larson, the only other guy above 30. 31 average points per race for the 5 car. In the 20s, we got William Byron, Ross Chastain, Chase Elliott with a 25.0 average points per race, Tyler Reddick and Austin Dillon, Dillon with a 20.3 points per race. Quite a big fall off to Alex Bowman here, 14.6 his points per race. Chase Briscoe with a 13.3. Bubba Wallace only earning an average of 11.3 points per race here. He's definitely going to need to increase that if he's going to want to get out of the round of 16 here. Josh Berry only earning 1 point in his 36th place run here. Shane Van Gisbergen has not had an opportunity to earn a single point here at Gateway. Alright, in the 3rd and final track, Bristol, we've run 5 races here in the next-gen car. A few winners, Kyle Larson and Denny Hamlin both finding victory lane at Bristol. Quite a few guys, though, have found the top 5. Chase Elliott, William Byron, Christopher Bell, Bubba Wallace, Chase Briscoe, Alex Bowman, and Ryan Blaney have all finished in the top 5 at Bristol in the next-gen car here. Very diverse. I think any of these guys could have a good run and win the race at Bristol, so going to be very competitive when we get here. Ross Chastain just outside the top 5. His best finish is a 6th. Austin Dillon, the only other guy getting inside the top 10 with his 10th place run. Outside the top 10, we got Josh Berry with 12th, Austin Cindric 13th, Tyler Reddick with a best run of 15th here. The 22 car with a 22nd place is his best finish here at Bristol. Logano has really struggled since we came here in the next-gen car. Shane Van Gisbergen, a 38th place run in his only race at Bristol. If you thought Logano's 3.0 average finish across 3 races was good, how about Larson with a 2.8 average finish at Bristol in 5 starts? 5 car has been ridiculous. Not far behind him though, Denny Hamlin, 3.4 his average finish. Could be a great battle between those two guys to see who goes to victory lane here. Only 2 other guys inside the top 10, Christopher Bell with a 6.0, Chase Elliott 6.8 his average finish, and then we have quite a big fall off when you get to Ross Chastain, 12.2 his average finish at Bristol. A few other guys floating around the teens, Chase Briscoe, William Byron, Ryan Blaney, Josh Berry, Bubba Wallace, and Alex Bowman, all on that 13 to 19 range. Austin Dillon just missing a 20th for an average finish here, 20.6. Tyler Reddick, 21.6 in that 45 car. Hasn't ran very good here. Austin Cindric, 22.6. Joey Logano with a 27.0 average finish, as we mentioned. His best finish is 22nd. And then Shane Van Gisbergen, as we've already talked about, 38th, his only run at Bristol. Alright, to the average points per race, we have Kyle Larson, 50 his average points per race here at Bristol. So that's winning the race and winning the stage. Crazy stuff from that 5 car here. We have 2 other guys above the 40 mark though. Christopher Bell, 46. Denny Hamlin, 43. Couple guys who have been putting up some serious numbers here at Bristol. Over a 10-point fall off to 4th on this list, Chase Elliott with a 32.4. That's great by any stretch of the imagination. Not when you got Kyle Larson getting an average of 50 points per race here. A few other guys inside the 20s, Chase Briscoe, Ross Chastain, William Byron, Alex Bowman, and Ryan Blaney, all around 25 there. Only one other guy above 20, that's Bubba Wallace with a 21.4 average points per race for him. Josh Berry, 3 starts here and 19.6 for his average points per race. Tyler Reddick below that, 18.8. Austin Dillon earning an average of 17 points here. Austin Cindric at 14.4. Joey Logano, 11.6. Shane Van Gisbergen, just 1 point earned at Bristol. Some big names towards the bottom half of this list. That can make things a little bit crazy by the time we get to Bristol, which will be the cut race for this round. Alright, so who are my 4 eliminations? Who are the 4 guys that will not be moving on into the round of 12? First off, I've got Austin Cindric. Look, I know he runs really good at Gateway. Both Darlington and Bristol have been tough tracks for him in the next-gen car. He's been really hit or miss with speed. He's had some top 10 cars this year, and then he's had races where he hasn't really been seen. He's made it to the round of 12 both years that he's made the playoffs, so he does have that going for him, but I see him as one of my eliminations this year. Second driver I have getting eliminated, Austin Dillon in the 3 car. Look, the win at Richmond was cool. Probably shouldn't be competing for a championship, though. I think he's going to be a pretty early exit. Like I said, only 1 top 5 this year, and that was his win at Richmond. Big for the 3 car to make it. I'm sure that charter payout will be nice. I don't see him advancing. Next up, I have Josh Berry in the 21. Like I said before, there was that few week period where this 21 car was running up front, earning a lot of stage points, leading laps, and then it kind of just fell off the tracks, and he hasn't really been there very much. Hasn't really had great results at any of these 3 tracks in this round. I think it's cool that they made the playoffs, and like I said, that was a legit win at Las Vegas, just like Dillon's was at Richmond. Don't know if he's championship caliber this season, though. And my 4th elimination, this one might be a bit of a hot take, Shane Van Gisbergen. I know the topic has been, he's got these playoff points, right? He's plus 16 to the cut line. Tyler Reddick's below the cut line. Like, Tyler Reddick could earn 16 stage points at Darlington and completely flip that, right? I think it's cool that he made the playoffs. Obviously, he's been very dominant on these road courses. I just don't see him being a top 12 driver on oval tracks yet, enough to make it into the next round of the playoffs. I think he's also going to get eliminated in the round of 16. Who do you think is going to get eliminated in the round of 16? I would love to know in the comment section below. Thanks so much for watching.